guys, I'm Cadie. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see down below, we are on a road to 100 subscribers, so please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just get straight into the story time. Guys, I totally love telling you guys story times because it just brings me back to the amount of things I've gone through just in this life. So yeah guys, let's just get straight into this video. As you can see by the title below, I'm going to be telling you guys how I went to prison school. Yes, my school had a prison. It had a prison. So let me tell you guys the story time. This was 2016, right? I was pretty young. I think I was like 12, 13 years old. I was very young and I was in grade 8, right? So okay, sure. I had friends, so I was in grade 8D, right? And I had friends that were in grade 8A. So obviously I had friends in my class, but the people I just connected with were people in grade 8A. Do you understand? So I had two friends, right, at that time. I had Macloed and I had Noctula. So now me and Noctula knew each other because we were coming from the same primary school. We weren't necessarily friends in primary school, but we became friends through Macloed. So Macloed was this new girl, right? She was coming from Limpopo. Amazing personality, amazing. I'm sure you guys know her on IG. She's Tonya on IG, right? Amazing personality. Like, she has an amazing personality. So then we became friends. We used to walk home, but then I think we just decided to be friends together. Like, we just decided to be friends, like Gary ones, right? So okay, sure. How did this play go? Yes, so this was during November. This was during the time that we were writing exams, right? So basically how our school system went is that you get to school, you get into class, you wait to a specific time, you write your exams. When the time is up, you guys leave, right? So normally maybe we get into class, wait until 9 o'clock, maybe finish the exam at 10:30 and leave. That's how we did our exams. There was a specific day where I went to go and wait for Macloed and Noctula, right? Because because obviously me and Macloed would walk back home together. So I obviously went to her class because we finished early and I waited for her. Now there was a specific teacher, I think it's Mr. Mabasa, I'm sure. Mr. Mabasu or Mr. Mabasa. They kept them in because they were making noise and all of that. So it was some sort of punishment. But then he ended up releasing them, right? So now as he released them, obviously the guys in the class are making noise. They're making noise. So then we decide to walk downstairs. So it's me, Macloed, Noctula, and some colored girl. I can't remember her name. So then we walk downstairs. So now as we are walking downstairs, we are walking towards, because the direction that we were taking, right, you can legit see the staff room door from where we're walking, right? So now we're walking. The boys are making noise behind us, right? And then guess who opens the door to the staff room? Our deputy principal. Now mind you, all the teachers were having a staff meeting in the staff room. So she legit opens the door. She's like, "You guys are making such a noise. Blah, 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 blah. All of you guys are getting mad." What? We're like, "Ma'am, it wasn't us. She did not want to listen. Just that she's an all Afrikaans lady. So obviously she didn't want to listen to us. She took us to the office, wrote down our names, and she's like, "Y'all guys are getting NEPA for 5 days. 5 days. So let me explain what NEPA is, right? NEPA is basically a program where the school takes away your exam privileges. So normally you get to school, you write, you go. But with NEPA, they are going to make you wait. So it's kind of like detention, right? They're going to make you wait in the room for hours and hours. You write your exam and then you're going to wait up until it's normal school time to leave. So instead of leaving at 11, you might leave at 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, doing nothing. So now she gives us NEPA. I think she was joking, right? I'm like, guys, she can't do that to us. So we decide to walk home, we're talking about it, yada yada yada. Then okay, sharp, we come the next day to write exams. So now when we come back to write exams, it's not like anyone comes to fetch us, so we just like, I know, these people forget about it. We get into the exam. I think we were sitting in class at around 7, exams were starting at 9. So mind you, they already handed out the question papers, they already gave us answer sheets and everything, right? And then I remember this teacher, right? She calls out my name. She's like, is gabriellanabihazire here? And I'm just like, yes ma'am, there I am. And she's like,
you're supposed to be at NEPA.
I'm like, what? Even though I knew that I was supposed to be at NEPA, I'm like, what? She's like, yes, you're supposed to be at NEPA. Now the class was shocked, because I've always been known to be a good girl. I don't step on anyone's toes. I've never been at detention. Like, I'm such a good girl. So when people heard that, they're just like, ha, Gabby, ha, ha, ha. I was also shocked and confused, even though I knew why. Right? Okay, sure. As I'm coming out of my class and as I'm walking out of my class, I see my chomies. I'm like, guys, why would they do this to us? They're like, guys, we don't know. So then we walked to NEPA. So now we had NEPA in our school's gym hall. So basically our gym hall would have desks, like so many desks, right? So now as you're walking in, bro, you can already feel the attention, because you're looking at all these people. It's like all the troublemakers of the school, and then you just hear innocent rats just walking in. So now as I walk in, I see my registered teacher. My registered teacher is shocked to see me, because it's just like,
how did you end up here?
I just didn't say anything. I just kept quiet, bro, because I was just so defeated at that time. Mr. Musiarire was my registered teacher at that time, right? He gives us a seat. Now we just waiting for exams, waiting. He walks up to my desk and he's like,
Gabriella, what happened? Why are you here?
I explained the situation to him to say, we were falsely accused for making noise in the hallway. So yeah, and Ms. Lebron gave us 5 days. She's like, 5 days? I'm like, yeah. That's what happened. Finished my session. Guys, I was totally pissed, because I always feel some way about being falsely accused. That's something about me. I hate being falsely accused more than anything. Here, finished the first day, finished the second day. On the third day, right, I'm there with Mr. Musiarira and I am there with Mr. Chitaka, because Mr. Chitaka was also shocked to see me, right? And he's like, you know what, we've decided to make this your last day. Guys, I was in tears. I'm like, oh my goodness, I am set free. I am getting out of this prison. Guys, I was set free on the third day because of good behavior, of course, and because I have a good reputation. So then they decided to let me go, and then when I went back to class, people were shocked. Oh my goodness, like, why did you go to NEPA? Because normally when we are writing exams, you don't see your classmates. So it's like NEPA people and your classmates, like you don't see them, right? So when I went back to class, everyone was asking me, yo, Gabby, why did you go to NEPA? Why did you go to NEPA? Right? And I explained to them why I went to NEPA. Now, the girls that I was friends with in the class, apparently they were talking smack about me to say, oh my goodness, Gabby has changed. Like, ever since she started chilling with those girls in 8A, she has changed, yada, yada, yada. I'm just like, shut up. Shut up. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Do you understand? Just because I was falsely accused of something, it means that now I've changed. When I was in grade 8, right, I decided to not be friends with anyone that was from my primary school, just because I felt as if I needed a new start. Right now, because of that, many people in my primary school were just like, oh my goodness, like, Gabby, you've changed. Gabby, you've changed. You saying that I've changed just because I've decided not to chill with you toxic people? Is that why you're saying I've changed? And by the way, I was never friends with any of you guys in primary school, so what do you mean by I've changed? What do you mean? So yeah, guys, people were talking smack, and it's just like, I didn't care, because I knew that I was still myself at the end of the day. Right? I was still myself. So yeah, guys, that is how I was in prison school, right? And that's how I was bailed out by my registered teacher. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the story time. If you are new to this channel, I hope you enjoyed, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. From me to you guys, see you on my next video. Peace.